Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Experience It with Rebecca Dore. And today I'm having an interview with Allen, the makeup artist. Allen, how are you doing?
Thank you.
So
I'm
good to
fine,
have
thank
you
you.
here.
Thank you.
And I've
So good to
always
have you as well.
wanted to talk to you about your passion, your makeup. Is it a passion? Is it a passion or it's just it is,
It's a passion, yes, a drive, yes.
Yeah, that's like really cool. So today let's tell the world, let's tell the people how this thing for makeup has is a part of you, yeah. So okay. So tell us what inspired you to become a makeup artist?
Okay. I think it was first it started with my mom. When I used to back in the day, I used to draw. I would, usually sketch people with pencil and like those old drawing books. Then when we were in school.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the moment I draw, if I would usually, sketch out females looking really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? From like maybe movies, usually get my ideas from movies and cartoons when I see them, see their eyebrows and all that. So that actually really, really inspired it. Makeup did not even really, really come into the picture then. But my mom would just be like, you could actually do makeup, very soon. What do you think? So I've been doing makeup professionally now for 4 years.
4 years. Oh wow.
Yes, yes. And I used to, before started doing freelance, I used to work with brands. I started out with House of Tara, trained there, and then and I was retained there to work for a particular period
I
of
think that's why
time.
you're so good because House of Tara, like they're really good.
Yes.
They have like so many good
Yes,
reviews.
but they have their own way of doing makeup. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So, but then it actually pushed me to really, really continue because I learned a whole lot. Aside from the fact that I only used to do makeup there,
it's a good thing to be where you can learn. You know,
yeah,
that's nice. So, what's the most stressful situation you've had as a makeup artist, and how did you cope?
Stressful situation. I think that would be dealing with really, really, really stubborn clients.
I know how that can be.
Yeah, and I've just gotten to that part in my life where I have to like really realize and embrace the fact that I work for and with women. So I think it's a normal thing. It's in your gene as women to be a certain way, and we can't really change that. You just only need to be a really patient person. You need to really, have that drive for perseverance. Before you can work with certain women. In House of Tara, I worked with really, really, really amazing women. And now that's the thing about working on the field. So that's why I advise people. So after makeup school, you don't just jump into going, to start up your own thing.
Business,
so you don't rush. If you rush in, you rush out.
Yeah, of course.
So it's good to be on the field because I'll have clients that will come, this really big, rich, women that will come in and then they feel like, oh, makeup is supposed to be a certain way on their faces because obviously they do it back to back now when they have parties and things. So, and then Gele too. Oh my God, it was such a hustle that period. I've done makeup for a particular woman and Gele. I spent hours on, do you understand, on doing and all that, and trying to get it right and things. But in the end, she ended up getting so frustrated that she took off the gele. No, those days were really, 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 terrible days for me, in fact. But it was all part of the whole learning course and all that. And I think that's the joy in everything. But then yes, that's just the thing. Women are just not so easy, but you have to be patient.
Women are not easy. That's why we're women,
As a person, I like things done a certain way. Do you understand me? On me and with me. I think that's how it works. Because obviously, if you are paying money, you want to do makeup professional, so they feel like you should do it really. It should be really paying and all that. The look they have in mind. Do you understand me? Is what you should give to them. Do you understand me? Or you should even thrill them the more. But when you don't, and then you end up doing a mediocre work. Do you understand me? To them, they would really, really be upset and really pissed. So I think it's a normal thing and no judgment, nothing. Women can still be women, no wahala. But I'm not going to say we're particularly better, but we've I now know how to, deal with such clients. So they're not me, and I've not. Thank God we've not had clients that exactly. We've been having good comments on makeup now and Gilly. Do you understand me? And I
your
think
game is so good. Like I saw a lot of pictures of your work.
yes,
You're like you're so good. Like it's really cool.
Yeah.
So
Thank
tell
you.
us what's your or who rather is your inspiration in the beauty and makeup industry and why?
I know if I say this now, I knew this question was going to come up, but if I say this now, people will think, oh, because you worked with her and all that. Funny enough, I didn't think House of Tara. I didn't even really work directly with Tara Fella Dore'E, but she was an amazing inspiration. I'm saying this now and I want to cry because she's held on to she's no, I think she's been that one person that has been able to show me how true it is that when you think about a particular thing, you can actually bring it out, to reality. Do you understand me? When you dream it, you can actually be it, you can actually make it happen and all that. I never used to ever think that it was possible to actually make your dreams come true. Do you understand? And I never ever thought makeup was a dream that you would ever, make come true and all that. But she has been very, exponential. She has been really, she's brought out her potentials in a very, very, beautiful way. And the most, important thing is she's worked with integrity all her life and she's built this niche for herself ever since. While I was still working with them, the company was about 20 or 22 years. Can you imagine how old they are now and they're still standing really firm. So she is my biggest, oh my God, you have no idea. So I see myself owning a huge makeup firm very soon. I see myself in that, just like her and even better by God's grace. I see myself, having my own makeup line. And also, she's my hugest inspiration. If there's a wife like that, I love her so much.
Yeah, that's so cool. So, do you think this big dream you have, you think you can achieve it in the next 5 years? Like, can you tell? Can you tell? Basically,
Yes.
can you see? Like, do you have so much confidence that in the next 5 years, I'm going to have all these things like Tara does?
Yes, maybe not particularly have my company to be as big and as great, but I'm looking forward to even have a team, or I'm looking forward to have built my team within the next 2 years by God's grace from now. So, and in the next 5 years, I would have an entire company of my own. I'm very sure of that from where I am currently. And I know that with God, everything.
And your work is good. So definitely, you're going up the ladder.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
That's nice. Okay, so tell me about 3 makeup trends that you like and 3 that you don't like.
3 makeup trends that I like. Okay. So the reverse is actually the case because there are so many trends that I really do not really feel they are supposed to be. For instance, I think I should start with the dislikes. The airbrush thing that has come now, and people are saying it has come to stay. I don't think. And I'm even telling God it should not stay because if you get to that point where people be depending on airbrushing for makeup
What's that?
So it's a different way entirely, of doing makeup. It's like taking us back to how you would use powdered colors. Do you understand me? But in this case, you have to put each of those powdered colors into different colors. Now you're trying to do the eye makeup. When I saw this guy, James Charles, this very popular makeup artist in America, was doing it, and he achieved a very good eye makeup with, he contoured the eyes with doing that. There's a particular material, I think there's a airbrush machine, and then you put the colors inside of it, and then you start pressing it, over those parts that you want to either contour or highlight or like put, low lights, or like, you get put. It didn't make any sense to me because I'm thinking if I should even want to try to learn this thing now, imagine how long it will take me. Do you understand? I know in the Western world, there are a lot of places where such makeup would really come in, where it would be needed and all that, but not in Nigeria. As long as Ashwebi still stands, we'll still be doing our thing with our brushes, and I feel like it should remain so. And then microblading is another thing that I cannot wait for it to face off completely, because I feel like it's good for us to just keep doing our eyebrows the way we usually, because sometimes we just come in with eyebrows that are completely, they look tattooed. They don't particularly look microbladed. Do you understand? And then some would come in, you know, with their microblading, and it will be really, really beautiful and, you know, fantastic. But then some would just look really, really off. I don't know if they get like a good artist to do it well for them. And people can, and it's not a problem. But I don't really see why there should be a need for it, really. And the reason why now a lot of people do the most with it. It's not a must that you must go and you have good eyebrows already, and then you want to go and the essence is for you that do not have a lot of hair, and then they're not in place too, because some people too, you know, naturally we're not cursing God, we're saying thank you, Father, but then you know their eyebrows are not really the way they are actually meant to be. So you now go, then you're putting it the right way. That's also okay. But you that you have it all, you're now still going to do microblading, you now make it extremely darker, thicker, and to me it doesn't really make any sense. So I feel like those things should actually face off. And then those eyebrow implants, I feel like it will be a great idea. It will be a game changer for Nigeria, most, you know, particularly because we have a lot of people that are struggling, have clients that are struggling to see hair on their eyebrows. So if you go and if you bring in that suggestion or idea that they should do eyebrow implants for such women, I think that's actually a great idea. That's why that mixed them up and all that. So yeah, that's basically the thing.
Okay, so how do you communicate with other team members? For instance, like the photographers, the design. Let's say you have a job to do for someone that's doing a full shoot. Like there's a designer, there's a professional photographer. How do you communicate with them so like they make your work outstanding? You know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. So some photographers will just want to make their own work look good.
Yeah,
not even minding what they make up.
Of course.
So that's why I won't particularly mention names, so it doesn't look like we're standing on this particular side. But I've met photographers that would still be particular about the makeup. Do you understand me? And also be particular, you know, about your work. In fact, that makes you a professional photographer to me, because you are being detailed about everything. And that's really, 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 really complete and perfect for me. But when you're not a photographer to me when you leave makeup and then you are just doing. So what's the essence? You could have just said, "Oh, do only picture," and then she shouldn't wear makeup or invite a makeup artist. You know, that kind of thing. But in a case where you know, you have the photographer, you have the makeup artist, you have to do a complete job. Do you get me? The only thing you're trying to really do on that face is if there are moles, if there, you know, those pimple and all that, those things, you take them down, take them off, so the face is looking, you know, smoother. So that it will satisfy the client, it will satisfy you, and you're satisfying the makeup artist as well. So yeah, and I know photographers that does things like that. I think it's mostly the high earned ones these days, because if you do a good job, you would be recommended and your name will be heard, you know, things like that. But those other ones that do not want to really try, that's their problem, really. But I feel like they should really go into being really detailed about their job. Do you understand? It's not, there's one self, orangey. The whole particular look was looking really orangey. The only thing I could see was the eyebrow, and it was even looking thicker. And I was like, no, I didn't say anything. No. That was it. I didn't post the job. I just left it like that. Do you understand me? Because, and if I remember that photographer was even somebody that you can't even talk to, because it's sure that's way high up here. When you speak to him, it's like you're not supposed to talk to him about it. Like that's Mr. I know his job, you know, so much and all that. Don't tell me what to do. So that's it. But the ones we can speak with, you don't even get to even say anything, because they know what to do. Sorry, I'll still mention him. Talk by Upload, Timmy Davis. Then in the past, they were so good. Even till now, they're still really, really good. ACE Studios. Those guys are really, really fantastic. They take their time to really, really do their jobs. K Lala, not really worked with him, but I've seen his jobs and they're really, really fantastic. And then last but not least, my current photographer right now, Mr. Victory.
So, if there was something you could change about the beauty industry, what would it be?
I think I'll make that too. I'll be searching for the other one because I think I thought about this before. But then this other one is about how I'll make sure that the makeup game lasts forever till eternity. It doesn't face off ever. May money no finish our hands. May we
So it's
know
not for women to
may we
feel
not hungry.
be
And
always
then
beautiful. It's
so
for-
always that of course to always enhance beauty because but then the way a lot of women will still go now, I don't really think I'm impressed with the fact that some ladies tell you they're okay with going with their bare face where they are going to because they feel like makeup artists will like do the most whenever they do makeup on them and things. But I think there are a few game changers that I've seen now. I thought of it one time. I'm like, oh, what's this particular thing that I can actually do that will put on somebody's face that will make the makeup stay for a long time, like without shifting, without touch-ups, without anything. And Sopro has even done it. She's really thrilled us with the way she has really gone up with her thing. She made a new makeup spray now. It's called Seal It. And I've not added it yet to my kits, but I will definitely do. I'm going to buy 2 of it. I really want to because there's a lot of reviews and a lot of sold outs.
Wow.
Jonathan, every week back to back, when you call in, sold out. When you call in, sold out, it's like, what's happening? Do you understand me? Like you apply your makeup now, and in the next 12 hours, in fact, the entire 24 hours, if you still want to leave that makeup, that is there. And when you're sweating on your face, whilst there's sweat on your face, you use a towel or anything to dab. You're not, normally you see colors now, you see patches of foundations and all that. You will not see nothing, nada. Do you understand? So I think that's a game changer, and very soon maybe we'll think of something else, but I think that's really, really good. And I think another thing is, I would really like to apply, a change in this area that has a lot of makeup artists. Like when you see them in one place together, they don't try to want to recognize each other. There's always this thing going on. I think
it's because they see it as a game of competition, a business of competition.
And I don't think like it's supposed to be that way. It's only when there's like makeup fair, and even when there's makeup fair, it's unless these makeup artists really, really know themselves. Do you understand me in the industry? Because it's like there's a particular circle that they form for themselves. I don't think you're supposed to really, really exclude. I used to know that there used to be this Nigerian makeup artists guild one time like that. I don't know how far they've gone. I don't know if they're still, in it. I feel like they should also give upcoming makeup artists, an opportunity to also join the guild. Do you understand me? So that you would help them grow. Do you understand me? Not leaving them where they are because you feel you are bigger and things like that. And you were somewhere before now. Those kinds of things. So I feel like if they come into that space where when they meet in makeup fairs now, I know that I've attended a few makeup fairs in the past, and we've met those makeup artists that I would know, those brands, House of Tara. Now I'll go to their stand. I'm like, hi, do you understand me? Oh, and the ones that still knows me will be like, Allen, it's so good to see you, things like that, But those other ones that don't know you, you go and you look like a total stranger and all that. Me, I'm a very jovial person, I would want to get your number. I want to get to know you more, Oh, go and buy I've seen your jobs. I love your jobs and all that. I would love to, learn more from you, things like that. Do you understand? Because it's also okay. But in a situation whereby, you're there and then they don't even give you the face, they are looking at those ones that they already know, the bigger names like them. We'll get to that area where we'll actually have to recognize ourselves and, form a bigger team, and a bigger umbrella to, come. Because I mean,
so that the industry can appreciate. Because I don't think they give much appreciation to makeup artists.
Yeah, because I think that's what they do in the Western world.
Nothing in the entertainment industry works perfectly without having beauticians around.
Exactly.
Everything.
So now, if there's a music video, there this even in the movie, the big screen movies and all that, you need makeup artists and things. You are able to call a particular person that be like, oh, even if I'm busy, I'll just maybe type on the guild. Oh, we need makeup artists for, and then there's this particular makeup artist that's close. Oh, there's this particular makeup artist that's not busy. Do you understand me? That way, every makeup artist can even be busier.
Yeah.
They'll make more money. They'll meet more people. They will learn and grow.
Yeah.
What's there? What's there for another makeup artist to be working alongside another makeup artist?
I don't think so.
Do you understand me? It's not a problem, no matter what. Even if you want to, could just be like, okay, you know what? As you're coming, you'll be on commission for this particular day. Yeah. We'll do maybe 60-40 or 70-30 for this particular day for the entire people that you're doing. You know, those MBGN programs, those fashion outfits, LFDW, things like that. Oh, because I know that they have an in-house makeup artist that they usually call. But then when they come with their team. That's okay. But then there are lots of people to work with, and then you want to control time and all that. You want to be able to observe these things and make sure that your work is really perfect. It's also okay that even if this person does not really know the way you do your makeup and all, you go and then you supervise. Once you're done with your own girls and your own models and things, you go and see how the other makeup artists that you don't really know how they work and things, and be like, that you've invited and given an opportunity. Just go and be like, oh, how are you doing? Oh, I think you should do this brow like this. I think you should do. It's also okay. You are helping the community, and with that, there will be a lot of growth at the end of the day. It will enhance growth. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I think there's a last one.
Okay.
So what makeup tip can you give us for like a 15 minutes makeup emergency?
Okay. About how you can quickly get your brows done with a stencil, rather than just doing the normal. Oh, I know crafts. Do you understand that? You can just use a stencil very quickly and then just put a brow filler, the powdered ones, fill it in there, and then highlights very quickly. Do you understand me? You can just do, if you don't even know how to do highlights, the stencil there will help your eyebrow stay, properly and in place. I don't know why. I think they faced off stencils. I don't really get to see them a lot in makeup stores, but I feel like if people use stencils even more, you'll be able to know how to apply your eyebrows very quickly. And before you know, you're done. You don't be with highlights on the face for concealing and all that. Just put your concealer anyhow with your hand, and you can just blend. Do you understand me? And all that. You do a little bit on your nose bridge and then blend. Doesn't matter how you do. Do you understand me? It's about how light falls upon the face and then brings out that place that you want to highlight. Anyway, do you understand me? And then for contour, it's God has given us that natural contour look. You know where to place it. You can put it there. If you don't want to put, that's not also a problem. At least you've been able to do highlights and all that, and then your foundation is on your face. You're good to go. And then you know how to apply your lips. I'm not supposed to really particularly teach people how to apply lipstick. So
I guess so. That's so nice. So I guess that's it. Thank you, Allen, for coming up on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you guys. Allen did my makeup. He's always been doing my makeup since I found we found each other. So he's a good makeup artist. You want to reach out to him, want him to do a job for you. He's available to travel and all of that. So Thank you so much, Allen, for being on the show. I really
thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, Ife. You do a good job. This is really nice. God bless you.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well. Don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long. Fuck.
Kìíní abẹ́ mi gan ìgbẹ́ ṣe bọ́mọdé sún ni wọ̀ ẹ́ gbẹ́sẹ̀ kò
Know where you are, 'cause you're not here.